Hello everyone, Myzzrym here, bringing you the second game between LGD and EHOME, part of the monthly Madness Asia Invitational, and round of 8. And last game we saw LGD really beating down on EHOME, wearing them down, and EHOME nothing they could do. The Smirkers were going bad, the team fights were going bad, and EHOME this time are gonna ban the Naga Siren. They got it in the first game, but Naga Siren couldn't do anything. She couldn't get the farm in the early game. She was shut down by aggressive trial lane. She couldn't really find the farm in the mid game either. She kept on getting killed, and I don't even know if she managed to buy this Heart of Taraskiro she was looking for. So LGD now banning Chen and Lefrak, and on the other side we have EHOME banning the Naga Siren. In the first game, unfortunately, the replay didn't have the banning and the picking phase because it was a rehost. So we're gonna have the advantage of seeing this time. And EHOME buying EHOME banning the DS, and Lycan's gonna get banned by LGD. So for those who don't know, the EHOME most played heroes are Windrunner, Beastmaster, which is actually quite surprising, Nature Prophet, Earthshaker, and Sand King. For the LGD side, they are favoring Shadow Shaman, Leshrac, Morphling, Nature Prophet, and Queen of Pain. So
10 seconds
again, for those who didn't watch the first game, LGD one very good Chinese team, EHOME as well, a very good Chinese team. Both of them invited in the second international, and both of them have 3 players who played in the first international. In the EHOME side, we have Lam, who is also named PLT, Cupid Cat is also named PCT, and MMY was X in the first international. Those 3 players were playing on EHOME in the first international, and they were second in the first international. That means $250,000 coming up in their pocket. Chaos Knight gonna get first picked by LGD, which is a quite standard pick for a Chinese team, I must say. But that also leaves a lot of good heroes for EHOME, like the Shadow Demon, or if they want the Enigma, the Queen of Pain, which is a very favorite hero by Chinese team as well. The Invoker is also in the pool, and I must say here that Invoker, in the last few games I casted in this tournament, Invoker is very rarely banned, which is, as I always say, quite surprising, because Invoker was really top pick ban material, and we see now that the priority has shifted. We see more often the Chen banned and the Leshrac banned, and more often now we see Prophet slipping or Prophet or the Invoker slipping through the banning phase. So more Prophet, more Shadow, and Brewmaster picked by EHOME. So scrap that. They're going to go for Shadow Demon, Brewmaster, which is a really strong middle lane combo if you actually want to do this. The Shadow Demon Disruption set up the start of the gank, or just the start of the kill, and then landing the curse on the enemy, and that means an extra 20 to 50% damage coming from the Brewmaster. And Brewmaster Clap really deals a lot of damage. Plus the fact that he's slowed afterwards mean he will take the damage from the Disruption Illusion plus the Brewmaster right clicks. And Brewmaster with the Drunken Haze, not the Drunken Haze, with the Drunken Brawler, I think it's the name of the passive skill, will have the chance to crit. And sometimes we see lucky crits coming from Brewmaster, really tearing down the enemy. Invoker's gonna get picked by LGD, so we might see Lina now picked by LGD. So very old Lina and Chaos Knight combo. Usually we saw the Chaos Knight more going with the Leshrac or with a Ancient Apparition, but scrap this, we're gonna see Lina. And Lina as a support hero, we do not often see her now, quite more often than before. But Lina, she has a good AoE stun, but it's very slow to cast. She has a good AoE nuke to counter push, which is quite appreciated in the current strategies used by teams. Pushing down the towers early on and using summon heroes like Enigma, like Prophet, like the Chen, and Lina can just tear down the creep wave with the help of the Dragon Self, and the ultimate also allows her to pick off the enemy supports very easily. So it turns the fight 4 against 5 if you get a good engagement, instead of having 5 against 5. And now Morphling is going to get picked by EHOME. So Morphling, another one of these very good carry heroes, who right now see more plays than Anti-Mage. Before this, we saw anti-mage picked all the time, especially in the first international and after the first international. Then we had a bit of a time where every time the anti-mage was picked, Riki was counter-picked on the other side to really annoy the hell out of the anti-mage. Really follow him everywhere. As soon as the Riki had the Diffusal Blade, he would follow the anti-mage everywhere and kill him with the smoke plus plus purge. So Morphling now picked. Morphling, one of those carry heroes who actually is very good early to mid game as well, due to his damage output coming up from the wave. And Morphling also has two type of build. You have the very old, you know, I want to be a big carry build, which is you know, Manta style into Lincoln Sphere into Manta style into other items, and this is a very, you know, late game build, because once you have the Lincoln Sphere, you still don't do a lot of right click damage, and you have the shotgun damage for Morphling who want to go for more early game DPS, and he buys up a not a Diffusal Blade, sorry, he buys up a Ethereal Blade, yes, that's the name, and then he goes on shotgunning everyone. So now ENIGMA and Senkin gonna get banned by LGD. So two big teamfight heroes that they don't want to give EHOME, and EHOME is gonna ban the Rebek here, and we're gonna see what else. So right now EHOME, they have a very strong teamfight power with the Morphling wave with the Panda Storm plus ultimate, and if they went and gave the Senkin and the ENIGMA to the EHOME, it would look very grim for LGD in those teamfights, even if they have Chaos Knight and Lina and the Invoker. All this amount of AoE damage and AoE control would be easy to bring down at least the Invoker and the Lina here. So we have to see now what EHOME's gonna ban. It's they're taking their time. And lane wise, we'll probably gonna have the Lina and Chaos Knight either on the mid lane or on the long lane. The Invoker is either gonna solo mid lane or solo on the bottom lane. And right now the Dire have the LG side also banned quite a lot of jungling heroes. So Storm is gonna get banned by EHOME, which is quite surprising to me, in my opinion. We could have seen a Lina Chaos Knight on the side lane, as well as because Storm on the side lane, it's quite rarely seen, and usually when you see this, he's getting babysitted or at least supported. And since Lina is already on the babysit duty for the Chaos Knight, I'm not really sure they would have went for the Storm Spirit. And as for EHOME side, we're probably gonna see Earthshaker now picked by LGD. So Earthshaker again, one of those heroes who's really loved in the Asian scene. And I was saying probably we'll see. Yeah, Broodmother's gonna solo side lane. This is no question asked. Broodmother always solo side lane. We're gonna have probably Panda and Shadow Demon in the mid lane, and that means the safe lane is gonna go for Morphling +1. And the question is Shadow Demon staying all the time in the mid lane, or is he going to be roaming around and helping to kill also on his top lane with the Morphling? And Cupid Cat's probably going to go again for this Panda. And Lone Druid now picked by LGD, so Lone Druid also able to solo lane. So we probably going to have a killer tri lane again with the Earthshaker, Lina plus Chaos Knight. This is 3 stuns and enough damage to bring down anyone almost. Earthshaker, very long range initiation Fisher, then follow up by the Chaos Knight, you know, Reality Rift into a stun, and that allows Lina to have a perfect stun. So Lone Druid probably goes solo, and Lion now pegged by EHOME. So maybe we're gonna see Lion played by MMY, who was I was saying X in the first international, and who really showed us the power of a Lion solo mid. And it was really surprising because Lion solo mid not that common, and X really pulled off those magnificent moves and really playing on the top of his form. But considering the lanes, I don't think so, because if Lion goes mid, that means the Morphling will have to lane with the Panda, and Morphling Panda, both of them need the farm, both of them need the levels, so it's more likely going to be a support Lion. Unfortunately, I would really love to see X going again. So X again, must precise X is MMY. X going again on the Lion mid one day and see if it still works very well. So on the other side we have Lone Druid on the solo lane probably. Scylla is going to play the Scylla Bear. The DDC is going to be playing the Chaos Knight. Invoker is going to be played by Liao, Ro8 on the Lina, and DD on the Earthshaker. On the EHOME side, we have Cupid Cat again on the Brewmaster, King J on the Broodmother. MMY is going to be playing his beloved Lion, and QQQ on the Shadow Demon, and Lan on the Morphling. So, what do we see here? Brewmaster not going mid. It looks like Lamb is going to go mid for a Bottle Rush with 3 Brunch into 1 Tango and 1 Healing Salve, keeping 250 gold. Cupid Cat spent all his gold, so he's probably going to go top with the help of MMY and Shadow Demon. King J is also going here instead of putting down his webs bottom. So making extra sure that no one's here. On the other side, LGD, we have a Kale Tri-Lane coming up top. So he's going to be Tri-Lane against Tri-Lane. Siller is going to be in the mid lane with the Bear. And Lone Druid solo mid is actually very, very potent because 1v1, there's almost no hero that can bring down a Lone Druid, because Lone Druid with his Bear, he can lay out so much harass, so much damage, and as soon as he's hit level 5, those entangles are just so annoying. And we're gonna have Yao on the bot lane solo, and he already has a set of Sentry Wards, so he's expecting to go against King J, which is gonna be the case apparently. The Bears here watching the rune, so is it going to be... So yeah, the Bear is gonna steal the rune from MMY, and MMY in spite hitting the Bear twice in the face with his little auto attacks. And Lion actually going down bottom lane, so this is quite surprising. Right now, the DD is actually going back top, and Lan has to be very careful in this mid lane, because if DD decides to go back, and actually no, DD, they will have a ward here, so they see what's going on, and that means a dual lane top against a tri-lane, which is very, very dangerous for the EHOME side. We'll have to take a very, very cool look. And on the bottom lane as well, Yao taking a lot of damage, but so is he actually delivering a lot of damage himself. So I'm quite surprised here, and MMY keep on keeping the harass. King J now with the Sentry Wards is really getting a lot of damage. Ro8, apparently she got disrupted. Cupid Cat also taking a lot of damage. And DD looking for a good Fisher. They're probably going to get it if Cupid Cat is playing so aggressively. So now Stun not gonna land on anyone. We have in the mid lane 5 against 2. So Silver taking the advantage here. And on the top lane, Cupid Cat only with 1 last hit. And Chaos Knight, I must say, not that much either. So the lanes are pretty even right now. I must say that, yeah, the experience graph is hovering around 0. The gold graph though is a bit more for the Radiant, but almost nothing. It's like 100 gold. And DD still very patiently waiting here, and he's gonna find QQQ. So a bit of a fight going to happen here. Nope, DD's actually going to run away. He's gonna get disrupted, and Fisher's gonna land on the backside to prevent the Hannah from chasing. But he's taking a decent amount of damage. And QQQ, oh, has to be careful. Ro8 might want to land a stun here, but that means Ro8 actually has to pop the salve to heal up the DD. To heal up DD. And Yao is doing pretty well bottom lane for a 1 versus 2 lane. And I must say, I'm really surprised about Broodmother getting babysitted by the Lion. Usually, the Broodmother is just fine on her own, and the more levels she gets, the faster she gets it, and the better she will be on her own. Because if she gets a fast level, she will get better spin webs, better spawn spiralings, and that means more HP regen per second, and that also means more damage coming from the spiralings. So, if from the spells. So that means also the Invoker will get harassed down. Invoker actually going for a Wex class build. So that means no global Sunstrike, but that also means that he'll be able to control the teamfights pretty well with the Tornado EMP. And Broodmother sending down her Spiralings in the jungle to help MMY farm up. And still nothing happening at that time. DD is still looking here for a Fisher. Cupid Cat is full health, so he's going to be hard to bring down. QQQ is actually going in to find DD again, and he's putting down the Sentry Ward to counter ward this camp. So right now, very silence game. 3 minutes in, nothing happening, nothing crazy happening on any side. Experience graph going for the Radiant, gold graph, I mean, going for the Radiant. Experience graph as well. And this is because the top lane is not working so well for EHOME. They're just sitting back and trying to get as much farm as possible. I mean, as much experience as possible. But not working that well, as I said. Now QQQ is going to pull up the creeps to make a duel. No, actually he's going to fail this dual stack. And he's going to disrupt Earthshaker again. Earthshaker not really caring about this. And he's going to get 1 stun, 2 stun, Shadow Demon taking a bit amount of damage. And the Illusion actually trying to body block QQQ. I think it's going to be enough. Yes, a second stun is going to land, and now DD is... No, actually Lina is going to get the first blood from the second Dragon Soul. And that is... Again, a lot of adventures going for LGD. On the meantime, we see on the bottom lane, Yao taking a lot of damage as well, but he's going to use the Ghost Wall, which is one of the advantages from going through Quest Wex. He actually went 3 level in Quest, which means he's going to have a lot of regen. We see right now he's sitting at 10 regen per second, and I'm not really sure what he's doing right now. He's taking a bit of a rest for no reason. And the other disadvantage of getting a lot of level of Quest, though, Lamb getting entangled and getting a bit amount of damage from this. So entangle, how much damage does it actually deal? It deals 60 damage per second, so it's actually 180 damage on a Morphling every time you get the entangle on. So the Sentry Ward is gonna get popped by King J, and he's popping a second ward, so he actually wasted 2 wards to bring down 1 Sentry Ward. 2 Sentry Wards for 1 Sentry Ward, and now we see DD coming up on the bottom lane, so we have to be careful. In the same time, Cupid still not doing anything top lane. He's sitting at 7 creep heals only, and this looks very well for LGD. Again, we see 3 of the most farmed heroes are LGDs, except for King J. So Lamb in the mid lane getting totally out-farmed by Siller. And DD now starting to pull up his own creeps. Very calm game in my opinion after all these games we saw where everyone was fighting each other as soon as you know, the first minute, the second minute in. And if we take a look at the late game, I must say that both games look pretty well. On the Radiant side, we have a Lone Druid as well as a Chaos Knight, and Invoker still is getting very well late game. And on the Dire side, we have the Brewmaster as well as the Broodmother and the Morphling. Broodmother not scaling that well into the late game because the problem of Broodmother is she's melee and she has no displacement skill as well as no hard disable. So she relies on just right-clicking down the enemy to death. And you know, how do you do this with the Broodmother? Broodmother is very squishy, so she will need a BKB, and even with a BKB, with a lot of damage coming up from, for example, oh, actually, I'm gonna have to wait. Cupid Cat taking an enormous amount of damage. A good disruption here is gonna save the Cupid Cat for a little bit of time, but Cupid Cat is actually going to be able to back off DDC and Lina not pressing the matter here. The Demonic Curse, the Soul Catcher actually, you know, really putting them away from this. Now Cupid Cat's gonna come back and he uses Self, so what's happening on the bottom lane meanwhile? Not really much happening. Lion's gonna come in, but there's DD here, so he has to be careful. Now the Invoker taking a lot of damage, but the Fisher going to work against Invoker. Still, he's going to be able to walk away. He has Phase Boots, and now his Tornado and the Cold Snap here ready. So it's going to be MMY who has to be careful. MMY still farming up in the jungle with the help of the Spiralings, which is something that's very good to do. You send your support in the jungle with the help of the Spiralings, and he can get some free experience without leeching on lane. And it looks like MMY is going to look for the mid lane, and Lone Druid, he has to be very careful. He's going to get waved once, and yes, this is going to be just enough. And MMY now in a lot of trouble as well. He's going to try to run away. Ooh, the little Spiderlings is just going to be enough to slow down Xiao8. If you wonder, the little Spiderlings actually slow you down by 15%, so it's quite a good slow. And as much as I said that the Syllabear has the advantage in mid lane due to his you know, entangle, it's 1 versus 1, and when it comes to burst damage, he actually will get bursted down very quickly because he only has 750 health. And what does he has now? He has the Phase Boots, The bear has nothing, and he has 1.3k gold, so he's not going for a raw radiance build, instead going for the phase boots, which is also very good, of course. Yao taking a decent amount of damage from the spiders, using his tornado here to get a bit of gold on the spiders. And what do we see here? So QQQ still very poor, but this so is the level of support. Brewmaster going for arcane boots, so really going for the you know, stomp, the ability to stomp as much as he can. Morphling has the bottle. He has probably his quill out. Yeah, he has the quill out flying to him, and he has boots of speed, the regular boots of speed, as well as a magic one. Siller now learned his lesson. He's using the ultimate form to stay at 130 health. And now we're going to see King J in a lot of trouble. But very good stun by MMY. Actually, it's going to turn around and kill the Lina. But MMY is going to die as well. Now King J going on the Evoker, but nothing really he can do much more than using one more try of spawn spiraling. And Cupid's is gonna come in the background, and this is the death of DD. Now, Ultimate is not even gonna get popped, and Earthshaker's gonna go down, and Yao has to be careful because the pandas can actually deal a lot of damage, but it doesn't look like the panda actually wants to get the... Oh, actually, Invoker's gonna be sent up in the air. But no, Panda is just gonna be fine sitting behind. So 2-4-3 right now, and Experience Graph going now in the advantage of EHOME. Gold Graph sitting at 0 right now. So lanes are pretty even. And if you take a look at the farm, 56 for 57 for Broodmother, 51 for the Lone Druid, only 37 for Lamb in the mid lane. So not farming that well against the Lone Druid. And Yao on the other hand is farming quite well, 48, 36 to 29 on the top lane. So LGD still have the advantage of the farm. Now we see one defensive ward planted down here by the dire side to make sure that no one comes behind the Morphling to gank him. And what's going to happen top lane? Nothing really. QQQ used the disruption on the Chaos Knight to bother him a little bit. And looks like MMY going again in the mid lane, going to try to do something to Siller. Siller now only have 800 gold, 800 health left, so it might be a good opportunity. Does MMY have the ultimate? No, he doesn't. But he has a level 4 Earth Spike with the level 4 Hex, and with the help of right clicks, it will be just enough to kill down the Lone Druid. But Lone Druid right now using a salve at the very right moment, so that means oh, 2 teleport support coming in, and EHOME on the run. MMY is gonna run on one side, and Lamb will run on the other. The tornado is going to catch up the Morphling, and he's going to morph away with the help of his illusion, but he's going to run into the Lina. And he's trying to morph strength. He has no mana left, and it's QQQ who's going to be in a lot of trouble. QQQ only has regular boots, and he's going to get stunned up. And this is a very, very dead QQQ. I'm not sure QQQ needed to come here. MMY trying to... Oh, MMY, what are you doing here? MMY is a dead Lion here, even missing his stun before dying. He actually went this way, but he didn't have any TP scroll, so either he had to pass by this tower and he was going to die, or pass by here, but all the enemy heroes were there, so... Shadow Demon and Lion paying for the life and saving the Morphling. But I wasn't even sure that Morphling would go down to this. So now Lan coming out in the mid lane, and he's invisible. He will get a kill on Earthshaker, but he is now very far into the enemy territory. No teleport support coming in, so he's gonna be just fine. One free kill for the Morphling. He's sitting at 2-0 for 46 quick kills, so this is pretty good for him. And if we take a look at the items, Lina has nothing but boots and magic wand, Chaos Knight magic wand, and going up for his drum of endurance as well as power tread. Yao is having phase boots, plus he will have this 4 staff soon. And they're going to go on Lamb here. Lamb taking a lot of damage. Will he be able to run away? Nope. The tornado is just going to be enough to bring him down. And now only 10 gold away from the 4 staff. DDC, nope, I don't think he has the item. And Earthshaker now also quite poor. Lone Druid. Oh, actually they're gonna go on DDC taking a lot of the damage from the Demonic Purge, and MMY is gonna seal the deal, but Entangle going on MMY, he's very low on health. Now Storm's gonna land on Xiao, and Xiao has to be careful, but nope, they're not gonna commit on this. They're afraid that the bear also get a second Entangle, and DD was here, so they were right to not go in and commit on this, because a good Fisher would have split them from escaping. So Broodmother on the meantime taking down the bottom tower. The tornado is not gonna land, and Broodmother can just harass down Yao here. But how Yao, he has a ton of move speed with this phase boost plus the level in Wax. So now almost full level in Wax, only 2 levels left. So that is a very long range tornado. And I'm surprised he doesn't get a level 1 exert yet, so he might get the the Deafening Blast, which is one of the best spells, arguably one of the best spells on Invoker, because it deals AoE damage, it disarms, and it's stuns for a minor moment. So Sealer now 2.5k gold. He is looking for a fast Radiance, probably going to come up around the 20-minute mark. Cupid Cat now looking for his dagger as well. 600 gold away from it. Morphling, we're still not sure of what he's gonna do, what he's gonna go for, and it's probably going to be a shotgun build, because otherwise he usually will buy some items before. Lina's gonna get caught up here, and she's gonna go down. No question asked. The tornado is gonna land actually on the Shadow Demon, dealing a bit of damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now Radiant's top tower getting pressured down by the Morphling. 1.8k gold in his bank account. Problem is Shadow Demon Lion not having a lot of farm, and look at the experience graph going 2k in the advantage of EHOME. Gold graph also 2k in the advantage of EHOME, so EHOME actually sitting better than what I thought. And they got 2 towers, no, only 1 towers. Only one tower, and the Radiant haven't got LGD haven't got any tower yet. King J is sitting pretty happily farming on the bottom lane. What does he have? He's going for a straight BKB, so not going for an Orchid first, not going for the solo kill, and now Brewmaster forced to use his ultimate before he gets stunned. Chaos Knight going to take a lot of damage, but he's going to be quite okay. He's going to get disrupted. And MY is going to come in, and Lam is going to come in as well with the haste rune, and he's going to lay down the smack on Ro8. No, actually they're just going to back off. So one quick kill and backing off. Now they're probably looking to get this tower, dealing a lot of damage to the tower.
Middle tower is under attack.
Now they're going to back off again. So again, both of those teams, Chinese teams, playing very conservatively. And it starts to remind me of the first game we saw in the first international, where everyone was so pumped up, but it ended up in a farm fest by Chinese teams. It was pretty amusing to see, because it's so slow. And right now it's not that slow. I mean, 12 kills for 17 minutes, it's not that bad, but it's just we got used to the extra aggression coming in from the European style. And now Lina is in a lot of trouble. Oof! Lina actually landing her ultimate before dying. And MMY, without the magic wand here, he would have died from the tower hit. If you wonder why he didn't right-click Lina last time, it's because he knows that the tower can deal a lot of damage. And QQQ already landed the Demonic Purge. So the Demonic Purge from QQQ plus the actually deals damage after 5 seconds. So there was no way she could have survived this. She had no flask, she had no anything. Lan now fighting against 1v1 against a Siler, and she's gonna get entangled again. This is so annoying. And he's gonna actually waveform aggressively, so he has to be careful, because the Siler can just come in and keep with this bear and right click so much with the rabbit. So Lam now popping up the illusion from the lone grid. If he wants, he can teleport back to the fountain and teleport away and teleport back to the lane. And again an entangle. Now he's gonna teleport away. He's gonna heal up his mana and his bottle, and then he's gonna teleport again on this illusion. What's happening on the bottom lane? So DDC and Xiao are gonna get spotted by the spiderlings, and Lan coming back in. Stealer actually backing off, so that means the tower is probably gonna fall, except if we have CP support coming in. Lamb taking a decent amount of damage from the... Oh! The knife from the bear!
Radiant's top tower has been
So,
denied.
adding insult to injury here. Lamb taking so much damage from the tower, and then not even getting the tower kill. A bit sad. So, Blade of Alacrity going down for Morphling. He actually went for a boost of travel first item. So, going for the good old farm build. We used to see this on Shadow Fiends when Shadow Fiends were played in Dota 1. He was in the mid lane, he would farm very far, very quickly. And then he would buy the boost of travel first to farm even quicker with the help of the boost of travel. Just teleport anywhere there's farm. And land, it looks like this is what he's trying to achieve. So he's bringing every creep down, and he's just gonna waveform on the top lane. And he actually missed one creep, so it's not going to work as well as he thought. Plus, he's gonna counter the Mud Golem, so Mud Golem invulnerable to magic. So he's gonna be quite sad about this. DDC now maybe looking for a kill mid lane. DDC still doesn't have his drums, so not farming that well. The farm is actually concentrated on 4 heroes, actually 5. The Broodmother, the Invoker, the Syllabear, the Morphling, and the Cupid Cat, the Brewmaster. So a little bit of tornado coming in here, nothing more. MMO is still farming the jungle with the help of the Broodmother. And Broodmother now has the BKB, has the power trade, so she's sitting quite tanky actually. Not going for a very high damage output build, instead going for a more safe build. But it's quite surprising because he's not being participating in the fight. And usually you see Broodmother going for BKB and power trades, strength power trade, when they know that they have to commit in the team fight and they have to be here. Instead, if they only solo push on the sidelines, they usually get this Orchid to really get up the as much mana as she wants to spawn the spiderlings, and also to deal more damage 1v1 if there is someone who wants to stay here and prevent her from farming. So the silence plus the slow plus her ultimate is usually enough to 1v1 anyone. And now we see a lot of Sentry Ward popping here for the Dire.
Radiant's middle tower
1 Sentry
is
Ward,
under
2
attack.
Sentry Ward, so maybe a little bit of miscommunication here. And again, very passive game. 13 minutes in, 21 minutes in, 13 creep kills only. And everyone's farming and farming and farming again. 4k now in Adventures of EHOME, 6k in the Adventures of EHOME for the experience. And you know, some of you might wonder, why is Chinese Dota considered to be slow, especially in the old time? Because right now it's not the case anymore. We see some Chinese games which are very action-packed, but we also see some of those Chinese game where it's very slow. And this is because Chinese team, they don't like to make mistakes. They like to play safely and to be sure that they can win the fights. It's kind of like the the art of war from Sun Tzu. In the Chinese tradition, you fight the battles that you know you already win. And why does it seem very annoying and very slow is because both teams have this thing in mind. So they don't fight if they know that they can't win. So instead of fighting, what they will do is they will just leave the tower alone, throw some nukes and back off, which is what they did in mid lane, which is what they did on the top lane, which is what they did on bottom lane. I'm losing ground right now, but I'm doing this so I can make sure that I will get items for later. And when the time is right, I will fight. Until then, I will not fight. I will avoid every fight. And this is why there is so few kills, because they avoid fighting. They want to be sure that they have the advantage. And that's why they also have a lot of vision everywhere on the map. And Shadow Demon spamming his Shadow Poison to make sure that no one's here, because it gives vision. So Brewmaster now has the Ogre Club. I'm surprised if he goes for a BKB before his before going for the IGMMA Scepter. Morphling now, Blade of Alacrity, Ultimate Orb, so looking for this Mentasol, not going for the shotgun build. And Tornado is gonna fly and it's gonna catch Slam. Brewmaster is gonna get attacked, but this is an illusion, and I don't think they know it. Actually, they probably doubted it, because the Brewmaster would have already used the ultimate if he was a real one to run away. King J still in his bottom lane. What items does he have flying up to him? So he has a Yasha. Probably going to look for a Manta to have more pushing power. And again, MMY really staying on top of this counter warding, denying the enemy's vision to make sure that they can't know where they are. And this top tower is going to get, this bottom tower is going to get pressured. And we see our LGD, our LGD going to try to defend this. Not so sure. And now they're also going to counter ward this spot as well. And they have to be careful not to get caught off their pants down. The smoke is going to get used by LGD. And a very, very good teleport away from QQQ, knowing that he couldn't really go this side because the enemies would just find him. And now Cubic is going to get initiated on 4 shaken stun. He's just going to be way on up. No, very good disruption, and he'll be able to power up his ultimate. And now that is a lot of spells used by LGD for nothing, because the panda is still alive and he's kicking and blasting everyone. MMY taking a lot of damage. Will he be able to use his ultimate before dying? He will die before using his ultimate. And King J is actually on the chase here, but no, they don't manage to bring down anyone. And this is a dead Brewmaster as well. King J still chasing someone, still chasing anyone, but he can't find anyone. And he's gonna run away as well. The Lina has a gem, and he's gonna get caught up. So, oh, stun. And now if there's one entangle, it's game over for King J. King J. Oh, the bear is still burning up everyone. And the tornado is gonna land, and this is a dead QQQ just from the... Oh, will he be able to bring down the bear? The bear actually dies, but after it kills QQQ. But very, very good call from QQQ, knowing that if he ran, he would be dead. And instead, trying to bring down the bear. And even better play from the lone druid, seeing that the tower actually was pounding on the bear. He used the bear to run away from the last tower head. And that means it's a lot of time for the shot to fly up to the bear, and this is enough time to bring down the Shadow Demon. So a little play like this might not seem great, might not seem very interesting, and might not seem very easy to spot, but it's a lot of it's actually very, very important, these little plays. Like Morphling right now, he's actually quite fine. We just saw the problem of the Broom Mother. She has to chase to get some kills, and in this fight she couldn't find anything. She was just chasing after Chaos Knight, and then Chaos Knight was running away, getting 4 staff away and everything, and then she had to force to change the target, and at last it was 1 versus 4. So exactly the problem I was talking about Brood Mother. So now with this fight, EHOME losing a bit of their advantage. Experience graph going back to 5k advantage for EHOME. Goal graph exactly the same. Lamb is definitely trying to get this mental style, and he probably has it, and yeah, he already has it if he wants it. The bear being here to burn down the creep wave. The bear, when he's far away from the lone druid, he cannot attack, but he can still stay there with the radiance to burn down the creeps if he wants to. So what are the items looking like on both sides? We have Lina going to work on her mechanism, still pretty far away from it, but she has Dust Plus Gem, so she's going to be able to find anyone that's invisible. We have Chaos Knight with a Power Tread plus the Drum of Endurance. So in 27 minutes in, it's not that great. He has the Cloak as well, so maybe looking for a pipe. The Invoker now has the 4 staff as well as Ultimate Orb and 2.6k gold, looking for a Sheep Stick, so he's only 900 gold away from it. Then we have the Earthshaker now. Earthshaker has nothing, boots basically, and he's sitting 2000 gold away from his Blink Dagger, so no Blink Dagger anytime soon. And Lone Druid also, he has the regular phase boots, and on his bear, where's the bear? Where's the bear? Oh, he's here. The bear has Hyperstone plus Radiance, so looking for the Cuirass. On the other side we have Broodmother with the Yasha plus the BKB plus 2.3k gold. Morphling is sitting with his Mental Cell, but Mental Cell only. And the tower's gonna go down and they're gonna back up. What about Brewmaster? Brewmaster is still going for this BKB, so I'm surprised. I'm not really sure about the reasoning behind the BKB. And Shadow Demon also working for his mechanism, not gonna be able to get it anytime soon either. So, and Lion played with X is very poor on anything. He has the Urn of Shadow, but he has no opportunity to get any kills since the game is being so conservative on both sides. That is also why we don't see Earthshaker with the Bling Dagger, because usually the supports get the kill from the kills and the assists, and not from the creep kills. So right now there's no battle, there's no kills, there's no assists. So heroes like Earthshaker or Lina, they're very far away from the items they want. And what's going on in the bottom lane? King J is going on the bear, and the bear, he needs 2 seconds to teleport away, and whoa, he gets resummoned. So the bear is not gonna go down. And where's the bear? Oh, the bear just received the Slidling shard in the face after flying half of the map off. Cupid Cat's still farming up. He doesn't have his BKB, and I'm not sure why he's sitting at only 1600 gold. Oh, I mean 100 gold. It seems like he already bought his Myzzrym hammer before when I look at him. And now Shadow Demon also with the Gem of True Sight. So 2 Gem of True Sight. It's going to be a battle for Thunder Warding. Morphling, how much gold do you have? He has 1.7k gold. And Invoker now has the sheep stick, so they are going to have to look very careful. And King J is actually running away. Not going to get caught up here. Oh, actually, he might be. Yes, he is. And now the sheep stick is gonna land. A very good Fisher bringing down everyone on each side. Oh, everything's got pops for him. The Echo Slime is gonna get popped. The Laguna Blade is also gonna get popped. But hey, you know, whatever works. The Broodmother end up going down anyway, so that's what counts. So the Glyph is gonna pop here. And they're looking for a trade on the top lane, but very good stun. Oh no! It actually misses! The Panda has the time to use his ultimate before the stun lands. And this means that no one really getting it into this fight, right? We see DDC taking a bit of damage from the illusions plus the Pandas. But except from this, nothing. So again, it was just a little bit of a smirkish, but only one guy going down on the bottom lane. This was a Broodmother. Cupid Cat still working for his BKB. I'm still quite surprised because why I'm saying that BKB, it's not that BKB is bad. It's just that Brewmaster, usually if you can pop your ultimate, you do not really need a BKB because you'll be in a little panda Brewlings form, and the Brewlings do not benefit in any case from a BKB. So right now, if he makes a BKB, that means he also wants to stay in the fight in his normal form and land damage with the Thunderclap and the right clicks. But he has no real damage items. He only has a BKB and a Bling Dagger. So, oh, actually, no. Actually, he doesn't even have a power tread. So his right click damage is pretty weak. And that is why I'm surprised with his decision to go Myzzrym hammer. No, the LGD side is going to take down this tower in a matter of seconds. We have the Astro's finish on the bear. And are they going to look to the top ground? It looks like it. They're all grouped up here, except for... No, Invoker is here as well. And in the meantime, Broodmother is pushing on bottom lane with the Spider. But they're gonna go in it. So the Tornado AMP is gonna land, dealing a good amount of damage to the Morphling, because Morphling actually needs a lot of mana to be able to waveform around, use the Replicate, and use the Adaptive Strike and the Morph. So he really needs this mana, and EMP is really taking him down. And Broodmother walking around. Broodmother now also has the Mental Stall, but I'm not convinced about the utility of the Mental Stall when you see that much damage coming from, for example, the Earthshaker using the ultimate, or Invoker can just use the Tornado or you have also the AOE damage from Lina, the Dragon Salve, and Light Strike Array. So I'm surprised about the decision of items for EHOME. I'm not saying it's bad, because EHOME, of course, is a very good team, and they deserve a lot of respect for this. But as a non-pro gamer, I'm sitting in very high brackets. As a non-pro gamer, I don't see the reasoning behind getting a Mental Stall here on the Broodmother, except for maybe split pushing. But right now we see Broodmother is not even split pushing right now, because she's scared of the enemies. She doesn't know where they are, and she knows that the enemies have gems. So if she gets caught up, she's just gonna die like the time she died here. So 30 minutes into the game, 34 minutes into the game, the EHOME is still keeping their advantage in terms of experience, but not in gold. So the gap is slowly getting smaller and smaller, because even if the experience graph stayed at 5,000, this is the total experience difference. But relatively, if we're talking about relative manner, right now 5k experience is only 10% difference. Whereas in this 17 minutes in, 5k advantage was something like 20% or 25%. So it was a whole lot more. And so the Broodmother illusion is going to get killed, and the Broodmother illusion not getting that much damage, because Broodmother illusion won't get the passive from her illusion, from the bonus from her passive, which is gonna slow the enemy and make them have miss chance, and they can't use the hunger here, which adds 60, 80 to 100 bonus damage, which is also the main damage output from Broodmother. So, except if they're trying to brute force their way with illusions, which is looking like Lamb is actually gonna get caught up here, and the Light Strike Array not gonna follow up very well. 4 seconds of stun though, and DD even coming in for an Echo Slime, and a lot of ultimate use for this kill again. But you know, there's no kills happening, there's no fight happening anywhere on the map, so they don't care. 80 seconds, Laguna Blaze is gonna be up, and 130 seconds the Echo Slime is gonna be up also. And during the meantime, no one's fighting anyway, so no worries here. The Earthshaker Fisher is actually blocking the poor lone druid behind, and they might even go and look for this mid lane tower, because now the Morphling is down and he can buy back if necessary, but he doesn't really want to, and he's going for a ultimate orb, so probably going to go for the Scatty. So very good old style. Now Cupid Cat blinking in, using his BKB, and that's what I mean. Look at his BKB. Now what does he do? Right click on the bear. Nothing else than right clicking on the bear, and now he's gonna put the ultimate. DDC taking a lot of damage. He's actually going to go down. So a little bit of a trade here, not so bad. The bear getting sent up in the air and getting resummoned here. Oh, actually no, using the return as fast as possible. And now the bear also has the demonage, and I think the Morphling bought back for this. Yes, he bought back, so he lost a lot of gold. And don't think about it says buyback ready, but it's not the case. There's a little bug right now that doesn't show when your buyback is not ready. So EHOME now maybe going to look for Roshan. Are they going to? CK is dead, and the Radiant still have a good amount of teamfight ability in the Roshan pit, especially with the Invoker. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Invoker using the EMP, getting purged by the Shadow Demon, but the Force Staff is gonna help him get away. And he's now looking for Ogle Club, so that means also a BKB. Usually, how do you know if he goes for a BKB or a Aghanim Scepter? The people who go for Aghanim Scepter will usually go for a point booster first, whereas some of those who go for a BKB will go for the Ogle Club first. So now Syllabear also getting a hood of a cloak, not the Hood of Defiance, to withstand more AoE damage. Lan and MMY trying to look for something, and Lam trying to go for a very late, carry build, and that might be what's needed to, stay and play against a farmed up Chaos Knight and a farmed up Lone Druid. And actually, I'm saying this, but Chaos Knight doesn't have this much farm at all. So the Tornado is gonna fly and catch up Lion. dealing only 150 damage, nothing really important here. Shadow Demons. Now, a lot of damage coming on the tower. Now, Pivot Cat's actually blinking in again with the BKB, but not doing a whole lot. Now, King J is gonna run in and attack BDC, but very few damage coming in for King J. And now, Lan is gonna get caught up, and this is actually very bad. And QQQ is gonna use his ultimate on Lan, but now can do. Lan is gonna get killed, Cat is gonna get killed, and now King J is on the run as well, but King J, very high chance of getting killed as well. Are they gonna be able to catch him up? Nope, King J gets away. But that means the middle tower is gonna get away, and maybe even the barracks. Yes, the barracks is probably gonna go away. King J getting caught up here in the mid lane, and getting killed by the stuns. Now, Broodmother bang back, but there's really nothing they can do with 3 heroes only. You see how much control comes from the LGD side. One sheep stick, you know, damage coming, the Myzzrym coming from the Cold Snap, the stun from the Lina, the stun from the Earthshaker, the stun from the Chaos Knight, and the Untangle from the Syllabair. And now they're just gonna go for Roshan, and they're just gonna look very happy to get the Roshan. Roshan not even be able to deal any damage with the Cold Snap. And what does the bear have? I can't really select the bear. He's hitting here. He has a Demon Edge and 2.8k gold on the Lone Druid, so we're gonna have to see what he's going for. Maybe an MKB, maybe a Daedalus, maybe even a Divine Rapier, like we saw in some games, which would be quite surprising because Chinese team not really liking those big gambles like Zenith, like other you know, like other teams like Dare or Mousport. Like Chinese team usually being more on the careful side of the game. And I was talking before this when you know, when nothing really was happening, that the Chinese team and the you know, the difference why we think that the Chinese games are boring usually, at least were boring, because now it changed. As I said, this is one of the few exceptions where nothing really happens, but it's because we kind of get spoiled and used to the East European style of Dota, which is really a lot of early aggression, 4 men pushing down the tower in less than 2 minutes, and you know, a lot of smoke gang coming in everywhere, Chen and Enchantress play, and a lot of early aggression, kills everywhere, and getting the map control, getting the aggression from the help of the map control, from the help of the tower kills, and having early game tower kills mean very fast items, and that also means a lot more action. In this game though, since there were very few kills, there were very few items, and now only 41 minutes in we see Earthshaker with the Blink Dagger at last. So I think he had it in the last engagement, he just blinked in, and I was wrong. Invoker, he went the Ogre Club first, but he got the Aghanim Scepter and not the BKB, which I think is a great choice because he didn't really need the BKB. He wasn't really getting killed anyway. He was the one in control and using the spells in the background. Morphling still farming up in the enemy jungle, not have 2 ultimate orb, and he's only 400 gold away from his Scatty. The problem of Scatty is it gives a lot of HP, a lot of mana, but not that much amount of damage output, and that means, oh, actually Morphling is one of the few heroes who can pull up a lot of damage output from Scatty, just from the fact that he can morph. They're gonna look for QQQ. QQQ is a very dead man. And yes, he's gonna get sheeped, and this is a quick raid coming up from Invoker and the help of Syllabair. Now, the bear from Syllabair has a Monkey King bar, so this bear is dealing so much damage. His attack speed is insane. He's dealing, yeah, he's dealing almost 2 attacks per second, and he's dealing 250 damage per second. Plus the fact that he can mini-stun. Plus the fact that he can also burn the enemy down with the Radiance. Skull Basher now about from Broodmother. So again, a very curious choice of item to me. Maybe trying to really lock down someone, but not going to be able to probably because she's going to get killed very quickly by the bear. And now the tower is being killed. So much damage on the tower. Drunken Haze even popped on the bear to avoid the bear doing so much damage, but no matter, there's an MKB, and now the fight's gonna happen. BDC going in, Lamb actually getting stunned here, and nothing really happening. Now Cupid Cat blink in, but he's popping up his BKB, and now he's trying to right click down the Scylla Bear. Scylla Bear, the problem is he has the Aegis, and even if he goes down, the bear doesn't go down. Now King J and King J is gonna go down, and QQQ also goes down now. Lamb on the run, Lamb very low on health, is trying to do something that nothing really can do, and MMY is gonna go down as well. Panda is on the run, Panda, very few health remaining, 8, 13, and now it's Lamb who's gonna get killed. Cupid Cat running away with this last Panda, and GG is gonna get called from EHOME, and they're gonna leave as soon as now. So LGD, a very good display of skill. Both team very skilled, but LGD definitely coming on the upper hand here, really showing how strong they are. And this is really surprising for a team who just went up in the Dota 2 competitive scene as late as May. So two months only, and already sitting up one of the strongest teams, and with 82% win rate. So GG well played, gonna get called also by Nedvin from Gosugamers. And I'm gonna let you watch the scoreboard if you want. So we just have to have oh, actually, never mind. They're all disconnected, so I hope we're gonna see the Dire Enchant fall. And here it goes. So round of 8, LGD winning against EHOME very convincingly, and that means LGD is going to be playing against either Orange or is going to be playing against Zenith. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.